What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're gonna do a mod guide for Skater XL for the year 2024. It seems like every time there's a brand new year, people are asking for a new mod guide in Skater XL. But just keep in mind though, guys, the way that you mod Skater XL hasn't changed in many years. The only thing that has changed is the version of Skater XL that we're playing and the version of the mods that we're using. So the mods that we're using are the same. The game's the same, really. Just the numbers to match things up are a little bit different than what they were before. So just if you watch this video right here, we're going to clear everything up. And this video is a little bit more tailored towards the beginner player or a person that hasn't modded the game in a while, because there are a lot of mods out there and it does get very confusing about what you need to mod Skater XL. And honestly, when I first started modding the game many years ago, I never went from 0 mods to 12, 20 mods all at once. I kind of built my way up with the most essential mods. So what we're going to do in today's video, guys, is just install the most essential mods in Skater XL, the ones that you need the most to make your game modded. And then from there, I might make another advanced guide later down the line to explain how to set them up and how to use the more advanced mods. But for today's video, guys, all we'll be doing is installing the basic mods like the stat menu, the sound mod, maybe a few other quality of life mods like the board resizing mod, the board FX mod. So this video right here, guys, won't be as edited or highly cut as my other videos because I want you guys to kind of follow along and pay attention. So not many cuts in the video here. We're gonna start right now, guys. So, you know, get a pen and pencil if you need, but it's very, very easy. It's like 1 or 2 or 3 steps to download mods. Like, it's honestly like 3 steps. So here we go. The first thing you need is Skater XL in Steam. So assuming that you have Skater XL, the very first step is confirming what version are you playing on, because as the years goes on, Easy Day Studios will have updates with their game, and we're kind of waiting for their 2023 update still. Like, they announced a big update last year, but they haven't done it yet. So whenever the version of Skater XL changes, usually your mod numbers change. But like I said before, guys, all of the mods that we have always used since the beginning of time, they all still work, but sometimes you'll have to reinstall them. So just keep that in mind for future dates. So if there's an update down the road in a few months from now, or, you know, next year or ever, there will be some times where you have to re-update your mods. But for now, guys, we will be installing the most moddable branch of Skater XL, which is the alpha branch. So if you're looking for the best version to play of Skater XL with all the best mods, the version that everybody's playing on PC right now is currently the alpha version, which may change in the future. But as of right now, it's the alpha version. So make sure they have Skater XL in Steam right here. And the first thing we have to do is switch our version to the one that we want to play on. So if you open this game up, and just as an example, we'll open this version of the game and see what happens, because the biggest and most important step is making sure that the mods you're installing is made for the version of Skater XL that you have. So if you just bought Skater XL on Steam, or if it's been a while, see the bottom left corner there? It says version 1.2.7.8, which is the public branch. So if you just bought Skater XL, that's the version of the game that you're playing. So therefore, all of your mods you install have to be for that number. But the latest version of Skater XL doesn't have many mods. So what we're going to do is kind of revert our game. Let me close the game down. And we're going to get a different version of the game and install better mods. So we're going to go to our game here, and we'll right click it, go to properties. And then from here, we'll go to the betas tab, and there will be a drop-down menu where you can select different versions to choose from. So currently we're the none branch, but if you select alpha, it should prompt a download in Steam. So you can see that it says update now. So what I'm going to do is close this page down and update my game, and it'll now start downloading 3.8 gigabytes. So this version is a whole different version of Skater XL with different features built into it. And therefore, the scripts behind the scenes that run the game are different. So the mods that we're going to be throwing into the game will be different than the other version that we just had. So it's not that confusing, guys. I know it sounds confusing. Maybe I'm not explaining it well enough, but whenever there's an update to Skater XL, and we all want updates, we want new features in the game, whenever that happens, we have to reinstall our mods because the code of the game will be different. So that's all it really is. So the next thing, guys, is just installing Unity Mod Manager and downloading your mods. And that's all you have to do. It's like 3 steps. You switch to the alpha version, you download an application, you download your mods, and you're pretty much done. So let's do the next couple steps here. And the next step, you'll have to go to my Discord or the Skater XL modding Discord. And I'll leave a link to both of those down below in the description. But for this video, I'll be using my Discord to make it kind of easy because I have it opened right here. So in Discord and in both sections, or both Discords, the SkaterXL modding Discord and in my Discord, there should be a working mod section. Let me just try to find it in my Discord here. So working mods, and I'll open this up bigger so you can see it. Like I said, this is also in the SkaterXL modding Discord too, and they have a working mod section somewhere up here as well. So there's two different places, two different Discords to go to, and they're maintained by the same moderators. So shout out to all my mods that are working on this stuff. But all you need, guys, to get mods in SkaterXL, Alpha Branch, and you need this mod list of working mods, and this is always updated all the time. So if you're looking to get back into SkaterXL after a long time, or the first time ever, this is where you get all of your latest working mods. These lists are always updated. Like I said before, when we first opened the game just now, we had version 1.2.7.8, so that's the public branch. So if you're using the public branch like we just had open there, you'll be using this list of mods. So you have to click on this list right here, the public branch. But like I said, the best version to mod right now, as of right now during this video, is version 1.2.2.8, the alpha branch. So we have the alpha branch downloading. We have Discord opened up. We're in the working mods section. Look for our working mods. And we have the mod list right here for the alpha branch. So it's very easy. You have the alpha version of SkaterXL. We have the alpha branch of mods right here. So you open this up, and now you have a giant list of every working mod for the version that we're downloading. And this is a massive list of mods, guys. And this is where people get confused. This is where people get confused all the time, actually. Like, people will click this mod list, install, you know, a mod from here, and it won't work in their game because it's not made for the alpha branch. So I want to kind of drill this into you guys' heads, make sure you guys have this. There's two versions of SkaterXL people are playing today. Again, alpha branch. So the mods in this list will only work on this version of SkaterXL. It won't work on any other version. So say there's an update in a month or a week or a year, you'll have to come back and find a new list of working mods and reinstall your mods. So I know this is like kind of a long-winded explanation, guys, but I think this will be pretty helpful if you guys pay attention to everything I'm saying here. But it's very easy. You're downloading the new version here, and now we can get started, right? So the very first thing, it's pretty important, guys. It's written in bold here, and he says, pay attention to the mod version numbers. They are written in bold. And the very first thing is getting Unity Mod Manager. And this is kind of specific as well, because the version of the application we need is also specific. So let's see here. Disclaimer. So it says right here, the first thing is you need version 0.27.4 of Unity Mod Manager. So this is kind of like an extra step. You never used to have to do this. But if you click on nexusmods.com and go to this link, it'll link you right to the mod manager that you need. So this is the application that we're using to install every one of these mods. So it's very easy. Click the link. You have a link right here. You will have to sign up on their website, so make sure you have an account to sign up. And after you do that, click on slow download, and it'll just download. And I recommend putting this somewhere that you can remember, because you'll be opening this app probably quite often. So just for this video, put on this on our desktop right here. So desktop, save it. And that actually saved behind my camera, so I can move my camera. But right up there, guys, above my head, that is the zip folder we just downloaded. So make sure to extract this, because we need this to open our game and stuff. And I actually have this already installed on my desktop, so I'll have to overwrite it. You guys won't have this problem because I already have it downloaded. So I'll just click yes to all, I guess. But I re-downloaded Unity Mod Manager. So after it's extracted, you have this folder right here. I had to move it from my different window, but you can delete the zip folder now. So all you really need is this folder. And this is all you need, guys, to install mods into SkaterXL is just this application. So you click on this folder. So there's a bunch of different folders in this new application we just downloaded. But all you really need is the Unity Mod Manager application right here. Look under type for application, and you'll see the Unity Mod Manager app right here. We just click on this, and it'll open up this little application. And this is all you need to install mods, guys. You just download your mods and put them into here. But I'll make an analogy here, because this application doesn't know where to install the mods yet. So think of your game kind of like your address. Like, you know, you want to buy a pizza or have a pizza delivered to your house. You need to tell the delivery driver, which is this, where to install or where to deliver the pizza to. So we need to hook these up, essentially. And this might be different for everybody because you install, you know, your games into different hard drives and stuff. So that to find out what hard drive it's on, you'll go to your game, you'll right click it, you can go to manage, and you can go to browse local files. And this should take you to where your game is located, and it'll show at the top here. So mine is on this PC, local drive C, my C drive, program files x86, Steam, Steam apps, common, Skater XL. So that's where my game is located, right? And therefore, we're gonna tell our pizza delivery driver to install our mods at that location so we can get our mods in the game. Is that a good analogy? Probably not. So the first thing, guys, obviously we're playing Skater XL, so the game has to be Skater XL. And then from there, the folder is our address or the location of where our game is. And we know it's in our Steam folder. So what we have to do here is select, so it says right here, choose path to the game. For example, Steam, Steam apps, comments, your game. And it actually tells us right there where to put it, right? So, okay. And this is where we kind of tell our pizza guy where our address is, or tells the game or tells the app where our game is. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. I'm sorry. But we know that it's in our Steam folder, right? So this PC, local disk C, for me at least, program files x86, then it was Steam, right? Steam apps, common. I know it seems like a lot of steps, but if you need a refresher, guys, you can right click your game again, manage, browse local files. It tells you right here where it is. And my game is Skater XL. So after you have the game selected in the place of where it's installed, all you have to do is just click OK. And now it's hooked up. So now your delivery driver knows where to bring the pizzas to, knows where to install it to, I guess. So I guess another step we can do here just to make sure we're all set up is we'll go to the actual folder where our game is. And there actually is a mod folder. I'm a little bit scared here. So I do actually have mods from an old version, and I was a little bit wrong earlier saying that they would delete. So just to make sure that you have the right stuff, guys, I would actually delete this mod folder. So if you do have this folder, so again, right click your game, manage, browse local files. If there is a mod folder here, we could just delete it because we don't really need that right now. We can just delete the entire folder, and that will get rid of all of your mods in the game. So we have 0 mods installed at all. Yeah, so you can see over here in Unity Mod Manager, there's 0 mods installed. If there was a mod installed, it will stay status okay, but we have nothing installed right now. So I guess we can hit install if you'd like. So this will put Unity Mod Manager into your game. So just hit install. And now it says in-game version is 0.27, 0.4. So we are set up perfectly to install mods now, guys. And all you have to do is download our mods. So it's very easy. So let me just kind of show you guys what we just did. So we'll open the game up, and this should run Unity Mod Manager now. We don't have any mods installed, but we have the application up and running. So just to make sure it's working, open the game up and see and make sure that it's working. All right. So we'll open the game up, press button to start. The first thing that you notice when you install mods is this. After you did all that process, guys, this is what you should see. If you don't see this, you didn't install your mods. So you have to go back and follow the steps to get this working. But that's it. That's how you install mods in Skater XL. That's it. And from there, we can close this down. And like I said, we have 0 mods actually installed right now. So let's close the game down. And then the next step is simply downloading our mods. And like I said earlier, we're only going to worry about the most essential mods in this video. Let's open up this list, make it bigger. So there's a massive list of mods, guys. Some of them are essential, I would say. Some of them are not so essential. I personally have all of them installed, but don't overwhelm yourself. Please do not overwhelm yourself with too many mods. You guys, if you install every single one of these mods, you won't know how to use most of them. So let's just worry about the main mods. And obviously the main mod will be the XXL mod 3. So the main mods, guys, we can go down this list here. Grind tools, it's a great new mod, but we don't really need it for this video. I'll cover that in my next modding guide video, and we'll do every single mod in the next video. But for now, make sure to grab the XXL3 mod right here. This is the stat menu mod. So all of your settings for gravity, like flip sliders and spin sliders, it's all in this mod right here, guys. This is the most essential mod. So XXL mod version 1.3.3, and it shows you what to open it with. So make sure to keep in mind, guys, the number, because after you click this link, it'll take you to a Discord, which is DogVinci's Discord. You have to make sure to grab the version that is telling you right here, right? So it says version 1.3.3. So watch what happens when I click this link. So it'll go to DogVinci's Discord, and I have to scroll down to find it, right? So it's the, so right here, Skater XL 1.2.2.8 Legacy. So it is a little bit confusing sometimes following this along, but all we need is this mod right here. So the XXL mod, and it's the most recent version, which is posted 2 years ago. We need XXL mod 1.3.3, the very bottom. That's the one that we need. So let's grab this, continue to download. This is potentially dangerous download because Discord can't read the zip folder to see if it's safe or not. It is safe though, so download this and put all of your mods on your desktop to make it easy, guys. So just desktop, and that is it. So there it is right there. And we'll download a few other mods before we install these to make it easy. So after that, we'll go back to my Discord or the modding Discord, go back to our list, and again, make sure you're looking at the list that is for the alpha branch or for whatever version. Make sure you're on the right list of mods, because if I went to this list, it'll tell me to download the XL mod version 1, which is not what we want, right? So make sure you're on the right list. So the next one is the XL gear modifier. This is to customize your clothing and stuff. And this is really helpful. It makes your clothing look super nice. I would personally say this is kind of essential. And this is why people are playing this version of the game, because this is the only version that has the XLGM mod on it. So if you want full player customization with like baggy clothes or moving clothes, pretty much anything you can think of in terms of customizing your outfit, this is the mod for that. So you can download it and install it. So I will get this mod as well, because this is not really essential, but it's the reason that we are using this version of the game, really. So this will take you to mod.io, and the download button is over here in the bottom corner. So it says download file version 2.1. Make sure that's correct though. Is that right? So you want to make sure that you're actually downloading the right number, right? So in Discord it says version 2.01, and the link, it told me the latest version is version 2.01. So you're safe to download the latest version there. Download to desktop, and we will put all of our mods on our desktop just to make it easy. So the stat menu mod, we have that. We have the gear mod, the boned ollie mod. I'm actually gonna skip this in today's video, guys. We don't really need this, and if you're new to the game, you don't really need these extra mods right now, because when I first started modding Skater XL, the only mods that we had available to us were the stat menu mod, the sound mod, the deck mod, and we had a few gear customizer mods too. So you only really need a few mods, and after you master these mods that we're going to install today, guys, you should then install the more advanced mods. But doing all at once is a little bit too overwhelming in my opinion. So multiplayer plus mod, this is good to have, because this will show you a lot to do with multiplayer. Like in the game, there's no menu system to show you who's in a lobby. This is actually pretty cool to have. So let's grab this. It'll show us a list of players in multiplayer. It's like a good quality of life mod. So if you don't want it, you don't need it, but I personally like this mod a lot. I'm gonna download this one, and I'm kind of doing this blindly, but make sure you have the right version, right? So it says version 1.1, and I think I just got the wrong version actually. So be careful here, because it says 1.02. There are other versions here. So I think I need this one actually, version 1.01. So just to be safe, I'll grab this version instead, because that's what the list is telling me, version 1.1. I actually almost got the wrong version there live in my video. That's downloading. There it is. So I have the XLGM mod right here, the stat menu, and the multiplayer mod. So we are back in Discord again. So Discord's opened. So Fro's experimental mod. This is like another stat menu. It's like this is like an extension of the stat menu. But like I said, guys, all you really need is the stat menu to get started. And after you have your stats kind of dialed in, I would then install the boned ollie mod and Froze mod after this, because doing it all at once is too much, right? So I have other videos on YouTube, other mod guides and stuff that explain all of the other mods. So those are still valid, guys. Watch those videos if you need. XL object dropper, don't really need it. It's not really that essential right now. XL graphics, this is essential, I would say. This will enable you to have a follow camera, so make your gameplay look much smoother. It also gives you the ability to add a fisheye. So this right here is your camera mod, all-in-one camera mod. And we're gonna go to this XL graphics. It says version 1.1.2. So pay attention to the version number. And right here it says version 1.1.2, so we are safe to grab this version right here. But keep in mind, there are other versions you can download if you need. But the one that we're looking for is the very first one. So download, desktop. See, it's very easy, guys. Like, you just click links and download stuff. It's mad easy. After the XL graphics, we have the sound mod. I would say this is kind of essential too, because the sounds in the game, or the base game, is not very good. So version 1.3 is the version of the sound mod that we need. So let's see here. Here's the link. Version 1.2 it says. So where's the other versions? Yeah, so right here, if you click this download, it'll get you the old version. So I think what we need is to go to other versions and then click on 1.3. So for SkaterXL Alpha branch only. So yeah, that's the one we need right there. So download. And what we're doing right here, guys, is where people go wrong the most, is getting the wrong version. So it's very easy to mess it up, but it's also very easy, in my opinion, to follow it along perfectly. You just look over here, 1.3, you look over here, 1.3, that's all you need. So the very last mod that we will install today, we only really need one more. These are like, there's like a vibration for your controller mod, not your feet mod, controls editor. So there's different ways to play SkaterXL, guys. You can, make SkaterXL play like session if you'd like to. You could customize a lot of different things. There's a grabs mod, a random map mod. We don't really need those. The only mod that we kind of need next is the board mod to make our board wider. So deck effects, version 1.4, that's the deck mod. And we're gonna click this link and it'll take us to this page. And the latest version is version 1.4. So we are clear to download this latest version here. So download that. And there is a little extra step with this mod, and it does say it's essential over here. So we'll do the next step too. So deck effects mod, you have to install a fix for the mod, which is kind of weird, but we're all set up, guys. We can take all these mods over here now and install them. And then after that, we'll do the next couple steps and we'll fix the deck mod because yeah, there's some incompatibility issues with this mod. It's not that complicated. I know it seems like it is, but it's not that bad, guys. So we'll close on Discord just for now. All right, so we're back to this. We have our mods and they're all in zip folders, and then we keep them in zip folders because over here in our mods tab, it says drop zip files here. And that's all we have to do. That's it. Our app is already set up, right? So we have the game in SkaterXL, our address, our location set up. So all we do is we call the pizza place and tell them we want a 6 cheese pizza, right? So we just take our mods right here, the 6 mods, and drop them right into here, the drop zip file section. And we wait. You have to wait, especially if you have the XLGM mod, because that's like 200 megabytes. So we're installing our mods. You have to wait for this to happen. I kind of recommend to do it one at a time and not all at once like that, because it's a lot on your PC. But after you do that, you should have a list of mods. Maybe not as big as this list because I have all of my mods here, but you should be seeing this at least on the right side. Deck effects, status is okay. Multiplayer plus, it says update to 1.02. I think we're okay with the version 1.01 though, so don't worry about that. Sound mod, status okay. XLGM mod, status okay. XL graphics mod says update, don't worry about that. And XXL mod, status okay. As long as it says something on the right side under status, it means those are installed. The ones that have no status at all, these are not installed in our game at all. All right. So, and if you're not seeing status okay in this, like say you have deck effects, it doesn't say anything, you go back to this tab, make sure that this is grayed out. It should say either install or update, but after this is grayed out, you should be okay. As long as you have in-game version, it says a number here, go to this tab, you can right click if you need to uninstall a mod like that. And if you want to put it back in the game, you simply just right click it and install it again. So it's very easy. And did it work? Yep. So I hit install and then it put it back into the game. So that's how you do that. If you need to uninstall a mod ever, guys, you can right click it and uninstall it or even update it. I wouldn't recommend updating it though, because like I said, that'll change the version number. And I believe version 1.02 is made for a different game, right? So we're good, guys. That's it. You just modded Skater XL. You're good. So you open the game up and we are good to set up our mods. All right. So like I said before, the first thing you should see is Unity Mod Manager application open up. That's this. So this is our control panel for our mods. You do have to come back to this sometimes to adjust your mods. Like say, like under this section here, there's a few adjustments you can make. You won't really need this, but maybe like right here, for example, that's a good example actually. So if you open the stat menu mod, you'll notice you're missing a few sections. Oh, okay. So I installed the XLGM mod. So if you have the gear mod, guys, you kind of have to wait for your game to load because I have a lot of gear downloaded in my documents. So your game will take a while to load now. So after you have all these mods installed, wait for your game to just load. Give it like 5 minutes or even like 2 minutes. It gets heavy after you install these mods, especially the XLGM mod. But since we're missing these sections in the stat menu, what we can do is go to the XXL3 mod right here, the drop down menu, and you can click on experimental options right here. Turn these on. And now you can see on the right side where our mod is, we have late flips and we have, what else did it do? Primos. I'm not sure if these even work, but just to have the extra options, you have to enable this in this first menu. Not too confusing though, guys. You install your mods, you have this list of stuff. This should all say status green. If this is red over here, it means your mod is not correct. You need to reinstall that mod or delete it. These should all be green always. You can also turn the mods on and off in this menu if you like. Kind of weird because whenever I boot the game up, it's kind of like a force of habit now, is I always turn off the XL graphics mod and turn it back on, and that will make sure that your graphics are working properly with the anti-aliasing and stuff. Sometimes if you don't do that, you'll have motion blur and stuff on your game. So just whenever you boot the game up, just get into a force of habit of just turning this off and on, XL graphics, and that'll make sure that your game's looking crispy. Now you can see my game is playing in windowed mode, and that's because I installed the graphics mod itself, which is this. So we'll fix the graphics mod first. So let me move my camera for you guys so you can see this. You can't move the mod itself, so. All right, so SMAA, got the right resolution for my monitor. Render distance, we can turn this up or down, doesn't really matter. The main stuff we really need is in the camera section. So camera, I'm using the normal camera. This is the default Skater XL camera. What people usually use on PC is follow camera like this. And that is not good looking at all. So this is a good place to show you guys if you need settings and stuff. In my Discord, I have all of my stats and stuff. I'm not really sure my own settings. I'm gonna go to my Discord to get my stats, which is in right here. So my Discord, stats and settings right here, latest stats. There should be a follow camera settings right here. And there's different camera settings that I usually use. I think the latest one would be down here maybe. Oh, that's looking a little bit better. And left and right, I forget what this number was. 0.36. I think that's not too bad. Looking pretty good there. But also, our game is still windowed mode. Let's change that. All right. So, our game is very quiet. But you can tell if you start moving around that you have this, the sound mod that you just installed is already applied. So the sound mod is already good to go. But our stats are very floaty, right? So let's make sure that we have the volume turned up so you can hear the sounds. So those work. Turn this back down a little bit. And our deck is pretty small, so we can change the deck size at least. So F3 is the deck effects menu by Klepto. And this is just our stat menu for our skateboard only. So grip tape, you don't have to worry about this section. So let's go to the shape menu here. We'll do like an 8.25 deck. Like the default deck in this game, guys, is 7.5. I haven't seen a deck that size since Powell Mini Logos. I'm not sure what they're doing with their deck sizes, but crank this up a little bit. But we made our decks bigger, but our trucks are really small. You can see that now. So go to our trucks, make our trucks the same width, I guess, as the deck. Make it flush. Truck tightness, we can make this go down. I think we need to install the deck effects fix though, because now that we have the deck effects mod, there's kind of a problem with the mod. Whenever you do manuals, you'll see that the trucks get stuck. There's a fix for that though, and we'll install that next. So we have to, after you install this mod, you have to fix the mod. But we're pretty good as it is, guys. Wheels, make these a little bit bigger, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So that's pretty much it for that mod. There's more in that section there. You can, you know, adjust your board shape and size, wheel shape and size. But all we need is like the wider deck. The stat menu mod, F7. All you really need for this, like there's a lot of pages here, guys. Like pages on pages on pages. And people will say like, oh, I don't play Skater XL anymore because Session has a stat menu built in the game and stuff. And that's great. Session has a stat menu, you know, Shredders has a gravity menu and stuff. But honestly, there's no skateboarding game out there, like no game I can think of that compares to Skater XL modding. Like this stat menu is more powerful than anything I've ever seen. So there's a lot here, guys, but all we need is the general tab, really. So the very top, very first slider is gravity. A good gravity is like 13, so minus 13, and that'll make your game feel a little bit more grounded than before. But you'll notice that your pop is a little bit low still. So what I usually do is make the gravity heavy, but the pop height a little bit more. So we'll go to default force, 3.2 maybe, or 3.25 even. So now we have heavier gravity and a higher pop force. And that's pretty realistic. That's a low pop. You can make it, you know, however you want. You can go as high as, I would say, like 17, if you like. People play at that. It's pretty heavy, but the higher that you go, the more pop force you need to kind of compensate for that, right? So if you want your game to feel heavy, you can make it heavy. If you want it to feel lighter, you can do that as well. You know, that's pretty realistic. I kind of like 13 though, because like it is a little bit more floaty than 17, but it's fun, right? So the most important thing to me is having fun. So after you have your pop height lowered, you'll now have less time to do tricks in the air, right? You have lower pops, you can't really flick your board as easily because you have less time in the air. So what you could do is compensate for all of that stuff, right? So we'll go to the flips tab now. Flip speed, maybe like 1.2. What about scoop speed? 1.2. So we'll increase these by like 20%. So now when we do flip tricks, it's a little bit faster. It's still kind of slow though. It could go faster for me. I do play at like a fast speed. So 1.4 even. Make it balanced. So now we have a fast flick. And you notice too, I have auto catch enabled apparently. So whenever I flick the board, it catches automatically. So I can go to the catch tab now and turn on manual catch, which is, where is it? Right here, catch mode, it's on auto. I can go to realistic. So this will make me have to click my stick to catch the board. All right. And now you'll notice your feet are kind of floating above the board in certain cases. So this is where your stats will come in, guys. You can adjust a lot of things to make the game feel perfectly. Like, people will always complain, and I see this a lot in my comments, like, oh, I can't make the game feel good, or like, I have a problem with this looking like this, my feet look like this. In this game, guys, there's a slider and a mod for every single thing you could think of. If there's a problem with something in the game, somebody has already thought of that, and they fixed it with the mod. So there's a way to fix everything. So let me do a kickflip here. So I want my feet to kind of match the board more. So what I could do is go to the flips tab and go to board offset and make this go down, decrease it so my board is now closer to my feet, or even more than that, I think. So you can make the board go closer, but you can also make custom stances and stuff, which it takes a lot of work. But I'll show you guys how my game looks with every mod that I have in the game. So this is pretty good. I think my pop height is a little bit large, but this is pretty damn fun to play with. Much more realistic than the base game. So we got basic stuff set up, guys. Let's close the game back down. So now I'm back on the working mod list, and I want to do a couple things here just to make the game feel a little bit better with the deck mod especially. So down here, it says deck effects. We have this mod, but it says, here's the fix. Note, this is required if using the DeckFX mod and the XXL3 mod, because those two mods, they actually overlap each other, and there's a fix to make it work better. So they'll take you to here. All right, so I had to find this one. It took me a while to find this one, guys, but the DeckFX fix is in the XXL3 mod section. So where you got your stat menu mod, I had to scroll all the way up, and it's right here, DeckFX fix for 1.2, which is the version that we're playing, right? So let's grab this mod too. And this is kind of weird to install this one. You don't install this the same way that you did before, but we'll go through this process. So we have it downloaded, and close all this down. So here's our DeckFX fix. This is not like a mod that you install with Unity. We're gonna install this into our game, like directly to it. So let's right click on the game, go to manage, go to browse local files, and you'll notice now you have a mods folder because we deleted this folder earlier, but now that we installed our mods in the game, this folder got recreated again with all of our fresh mods. So right here in the mods folder is our list of mods. And all we have to do is open up the DeckFX mod right here, and we'll extract this zip folder. So make sure to extract it from the folder and look inside of it to see what's in here. So there is a DeckFX DLL file. So we're gonna put this new DeckFX DLL, this is the fix, into our game, and click replace. Yep. So that will fix our trucks now. Whenever we do manuals, our trucks will wiggle and they won't get stuck to the side. So you'll notice whenever you do manuals and turn, you won't get stuck, and this will fix your game. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. We have the DeckFX mod fixed. So let's open the game back up now and make sure that it's working. So we'll see directly if the mod has changed. You remember my manuals, they were kind of stuck and broken with the trucks. That should have fixed it all. So we got our mods, they're all working. I have the XL gear modifier installed, so make sure that you wait. This is how SkaterXL should boot up now. You can close that menu, but make sure that you wait here, because if you open the map menu, or if you open up the main menu at all and move around and stuff, your game might crash, or it might not load your gear. It might not even load your maps. So just make sure that you stay here and wait, and I'll tell you when you can move. See how it kind of starts lagging out like this? This is normal. It'll start lagging out like this a little bit. See the trees and the player model lagging. And at the very bottom it says loaded 211 user bundles. So now my gear is loaded. It just read my gear folder, and it's also reading my map folder too. So wait for it to load. Wait for it to load. The game is loaded. Okay, we're good to go. What I usually do is press Control F10 to open this up. And again, I can toggle off the XL graphics, turn it back on. That'll make sure that you don't have any motion blur and stuff. And that's it. You're good to go. So now the DeckFX mod, the trucks, look, they're fixed. You know? So you'll get stuck now. The trucks aren't stuck to the side. That fixed that. The same way, if you want to install custom sounds, guys, you do it the same way that we just did with the deck. You go to your sound mod folder instead of your DeckFX folder, and you replace the sounds in there instead of the DeckFX DLL. So that's pretty much it. This is like the best base to start from. So this is the best base to build your own stats from, guys. But if you want your game to look and feel like my game, I have all of my stats in my Discord down below. My previous mod guides, guys, they still work. So if you want to install more mods into SkaterXL, you can go ahead and make sure to match up the versions that you have in Discord to the alpha branch, I guess. But you can go ahead now, guys, and install every mod in SkaterXL. I explained how to do it, and you can go ahead and do all of them. Every single link that you click on will have instructions on how to use the mod. All right, and that is basically it, guys. I actually have another version of SkaterXL on my computer. So right here, I actually have another alpha branch. So this is the same game, exactly the same game as we had just before. We'll open this up and show you guys every single mod in the game. All right, so this is how it looks when you install every mod in SkaterXL. So I have a huge list of mods. Status is okay for every single one of them. I can toggle off my XL graphics because look at my skateboard there. It's like the grip tape is very smooth looking. If I toggle this off and back on, it should fix my grip. Hold on. Wait for it to load. My gear's still loading. All right, 211 user bundles, and that's it. All right, that's it. So I have every mod installed. I have different sounds installed in this version. And you can see now, you see how my feet, they catch the board and stuff? I have my settings set up so that my game feels proper. See that? So you can make the game feel like real life, guys, with all your stats. And that's a combination of all the mods put into one. So that's a lot of different settings put into one. So I have the game set up to make it feel pretty realistic to myself. So I have the walking mod installed in this branch. I have the multiplayer plus mod. I can see the grind tools mod. We have that here. I can like change the coping and stuff. It's kind of like a wax mod. But anyways, guys, I hope this video helped you guys out. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but hopefully this explanation kind of helped you guys out. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in Discord. You'll be there anyway to look at the mod list. So reach out to me in DMs if you need any help, guys, or my moderators. They're always helping people out in Discord. So very easy. Download a lot of live streams. So make sure to follow me on Twitch and YouTube, guys. I'll be doing streams on both and hope to catch you there. All right, peace.